Hey, this is Brian Gill, CEO, Gillware Data Recovery. I've known Chris Weiser for well over a decade. Um, we both kind of hail from Wisconsin, and his MSP is one that we worked with extensively, and he's a guy that we worked with extensively when we were making our backup product as well that we ended up selling to Storage Craft. So I've known Chris a long time, had a lot of respect for him a long time. Congrats in advance for choosing to work with him. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I get a lot of advice thrown my way. Every day I get 20 or 30 people giving me unsolicited advice, and most of the time these days, I think it's fair to say the people giving me this advice probably aren't qualified to do so. And one of the best things about his agency is he's done it. You're not taking generic marketing advice, you're not taking generic sales advice, you're not, you know, everything he says is grounded in the facts because he's actually done it. He's an intense and he's a genuine person, and that's why I get along so great with him, because I'm also kind of considered a little bit intense by my peers and coworkers, and I'm also a genuine person who speaks from the heart. So I absolutely have loved working with Chris, and it's a great opportunity to meet you folks and get you involved in Gillware's ecosystem just a little bit. So what is Gillware? So Gillware for the last 20 years has been helping companies out of data-related disasters. It's a weird specialty. It's a small niche, but we're a big fish in a very small pond. I employ a couple of dozen experts that, when things go really, really south, that RAID crashes because of three or four drives instantaneously died because Seagate or Samsung or SanDisk had like a 40,000 hour firmware bug. So we've been seeing a lot of that kind of thing lately. Stuff that you, as an MSP, it's really hard to mitigate. Maybe there's a fire, maybe there's a flood in a data center, sprinklers go off, mass hysteria, tornadoes, fires, and also just a lot of traditional disasters where maybe you hired a junior tech who's maybe been with you for a couple months and he does something stupid, reinitializes the wrong array, deletes the wrong iSCSI target that was feeding a virtual server, was trying to expand an array, made a mistake. Maybe he wasn't, monitoring doing remote monitoring on a piece of equipment, and a couple of drives have been failed for a while in that rack and nobody really noticed. And then obviously there's a lot of times, when you're onboarding a client, the first 6 months when you get a new client, you're trying to learn about their ecosystem, drag them into riding on all your rails. There's a lot of things that can go wrong in that time period. So a lot of times we get called from MSPs and it's like, hey, this is a new client of mine. They've been with us for 8 weeks. And of course, some old server 2003 or something crazy went down. It's not documented. We don't know anything about it, but the client says they're freaking out because it's something important to them. And, you got to get it on a plane and get it over here. And even if you're thinking, hey, listen, I've never lost data. Well, you probably didn't get to this page if you were thinking that. But even if you were like, my MSP, my clients never lose data ever. I've been doing this for 50 years, and we've had hundreds of clients, and not one time has any of our clients ever lost data. Well, congratulations. You should go buy some lottery tickets, because you're probably the first MSP to ever have that happen. But even if that's true, you should still sign up for our data recovery affiliate program, because there's a little secret, which is, and obviously you're interested in growing your business because you've chosen to work with Chris. If you advertise a little bit for data recovery, if you put the word data recovery in your Google Places account, if you put it with a couple of paragraphs on your website, again, in the credits, in the it's not going to be prominently displayed, okay? But a couple times a year, you're probably going to get a call from a local business who's maybe within 30 miles drive of your headquarters, and they're looking for data recovery. They didn't have a great MSP, and they lost data. And they found that you do that service, and they called you. So obviously, this is the biggest smoking hot lead that you'll ever going to get. So it's not going to happen a lot, but when it happens, I mean, they're hiring you to help them through the data recovery disaster. You don't have to do anything. We'll get them all their data back. You know, you don't have to do much. Just put it on your website. And you're going to help them, through us, get all their stuff back. And then they're going to need some help with reintegration. And now you're in their ecosystem. You're getting them reintegrated. And of course, you're going to be able to sell them on your monthly recurring service plan. And they obviously need it. And there's no, again, you can lose any sale. And you may bump into the occasional crazy person who's like, you know I just paid thousands of dollars to get all my stuff back, but I think I'm pretty good. I think we're good. We don't need your monthly services. We're fine. You know, I doubt it. But, you know, it can happen. But again, it's just a free way to get maybe a couple smoking hot leads every year. And, you know, at the end of the day, we got to work smarter, not harder sometimes. So the way the program works is pretty straightforward. You're going to sign up. It's free. I'll probably give you a call. We'll shoot the bull for 5 minutes. And if and when you bump into a data loss situation for one of your clients, for the most part, you're going to ship that equipment in if it's shippable. Otherwise, we can do sometimes remote recovery. And my staff gives a free evaluation, figures out what the feasibility of the job is. We're going to give you a firm price quote. We're going to give you a 15% immediate discount on those services as part of being an affiliate partner of ours. And again, you're going to resell that service to your client, just like you do everything else. And then you're also going to bill them for your reintegration support. And you're going to bill them for all the time it took to pull all the equipment down, package it up, ship it off, and contact us. So you're going to bill them for everything. And you're going to bill through on our stuff. Now, if this is a client that's a brand new client, you don't know much about them, you don't feel super comfortable, you know, paying us a couple grand or whatever it is, and then trusting that they're going to pay you, and you don't feel like taking a big retainer from them, you can always refer them to us for the billing side of things. And if you do that, we're going to give you a 15% referral check. So you're going to get 15% either way, whether you take it as an immediate discount, which is what I would recommend most of the time for this audience, or again, if you bump into one of these sketchier situations where you don't have a ton of faith in this client because you don't have that reoccurring, you know, revenue model going with them, or they've been stiffing you on some bills in the past, yeah, you know, then you'll just get your referral check. So either way you want to do it is fine. In general, we bat about 95%. So for the vast majority of the time when equipment is sent to us, we can recover all the data. So you're in really good hands. We have a couple different tiers of service, and yeah, it's a great program. Again, there's a lot of synergy with Chris, and yeah, I would just love the opportunity to earn your business. And again, most of the time when you sign up for something like this, it's probably going to be a couple of months before your client bumps into that first disaster, or you get that first call because you put it on your website. So there's probably not going to much happen right after you sign up, other than a brief conversation. But you know, we will enjoy, you know, helping you out of data-related jams, whether they're you know, again, traditional disasters, you know, ransomware situations, whatever disasters happen to come your way. We'd absolutely love to be able to help dig you out. So again, Brian Gill, CEO of Gillware. Look forward to working with you guys.